Guys, you're welcome back to this channel. Today is going to be about Tascam again, the Mixcast 4. Right here with me, I have the Tascam with me, and that is what we're going to be working on today. And it's going to be about the firmware update. I'm not going to deny the fact that a lot of people are having issue updating the firmware, and Tascam really make it a little bit difficult for people to get this firmware update on the go. It's a little bit processing, so I will be going through how I make it possible for myself to make this easy on me. And without further ado, let's dive into how I make it possible with me. So first thing first is that you're going to need a computer to make this firmware update work for you. You will need your computer. You're going to need SD card, and you will need USB-C to USB-A cable. I have a lot of those cables, and this is one. It's way too long, and this is the one I'm using before. It's kind of way too long. It may not get the job done for you, so look for USB-C to USB-C-A that is not that long, very short, will get the job done for you. And you also may probably need a door for the Mixcast 4 for you to get this done. Okay, so let's dive into how we're going to do it. Right, the first thing you will need to do is that be sure you put the SD card in the Mixcast 4, format the SD card using the Mixcast 4. Once you get that done, the next thing you're going to do is to go into the SD card mode. All right, so I'm going to show you the process and every other thing that you will need to do. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is to go on the computer and look at the software. So if you don't have the software already, you have to download the software site. You navigate. Let me start from the beginning. So this is all you're going to see if you start out at first. So you can easily come down to where you have the Mixcast 4. Then from there you come down all the way to software and firmware update. So you have all this documentation. The first thing you want to look for, if you don't have it already, is that if you are using Mac or Windows, you have to look at the one that fits your computer. So I'm going to go to where I will get the DAW. This version 1.01, version 1.03. So I think this will be the latest version for the Tascam. So you download the latest edition, install it on your computer. Right here, that's your download. So you bring it out. This is what you need. So you will install this on your computer, and once you are done, once you're done, I have it now on my system. So where is it? I'm hovering my mouse. That's where you have it. All right, so before you go ahead to do that, the next thing you're going to do is you go back to the Tascam and you download the software, the firmware. The first one we did is that we download the software, which is the podcast editor. You download which one that corresponds to the system you are using, and make sure you are loading the latest software. So the next one, you come up and you will see you will have spec documentation. We don't need that. You come to the firmware, and that is what you need for the Mixcast 4. The first one is version 1.10, and the second one is 1.1. So this one is outdated. You download the latest firmware. Okay, so you open it up. This is what you need. The one I'm hovering my mouse on now is what you actually need to put into your SD card. All right, now that I have it there, the first section here is telling you to check on the firmware that you are running on the system. And once you check the firmware that you are running on the system, the next step is for you to prepare the SD card for the firmware update. The first thing is that you download the latest firmware. Then it's going to show you the zip file on it, which is going to be this one. Let me show you, which is going to be this one. All right. So once you have that, right, the next thing is for you to format the SD card. If you miss any of these steps, you're going to get the update wrong. The file will be corrupt. So you can't get any of these things, you can't get it wrong. Okay. Now, like I said, you're going to have your USB-C. So you plug your USB-C to the Mixcast 4. Then you plug it to your computer. So once you plug it to your computer, it's going to appear on the computer. So once you have your plugin, you go into the, because I'm following whatever I have now on the screen. Like the screen said that you have to prepare your SD card first. So you have your SD card inside. So you will go into the menu, you go into the SD card, and you will turn this one on. The SD card device mode, you turn it on. And you leave it like that, don't touch it. And it's going to appear on your computer. And this is where it appears on my computer, Mixcast 4. Okay. So once you have your download, you come to your download, you open it. Once you open it up, this Mixcast 4, this one, that's where you need to work with. You right click and copy. You come to the Mixcast 4, you double click, you will open it. The utility, you double click it and you put the Mixcast 4 inside the utility. Just like so. Let me explain again. You can right click on this and paste, or you open it and paste inside, just like so, paste item. So you will have the Mixcast 4 like that inside. Then after you have done putting the firmware, the Mixcast 4-0124.11 inside the utility, then you close this one. You can close this also. Before you do anything, you have to come back to this one, the Mixcast 4 screen, and press exit. Once you press exit, it's going to exit the computer. And if possible, if you still have it on your computer that is not exit, you eject it. You go through the processing of ejecting the Mixcast 4 by right clicking and eject. Or if you are using Windows computer, you go through proper procedure of ejecting SD card or ejecting thumb drive. Do not just unplug the cable without going through the proper processing of ejecting it. So once you are done with that, the next thing you're going to do is that you turn off the Mixcast 4. You power it off. Okay? Once you power it off, then you go back and power it on. Once you power it on, you press the Mac button. You power it on and you press the Mac button and hold it down there. So once you hold it down, it's going to go into the updating mode. So you will have this now version 1.1.0, version 1.10. That's the version I'm running right now because I already did the update. The next thing you're going to do is to press the update. Once you press the update, let it do the updating, and once it's done, the system will power off. Once it's power off, the update is done, you can go ahead and power the system back on. And once you're done, this I'm going to turn off because already I have my update. The processing of this update is a little bit not that, friendly. Maybe there's a way Tascam can make this more friendly to update in the future time, that you could just plug the Tascam into the computer and do the update directly without the need of SD card. Alright, that's going to be the end of this video. That is how I'm able to do my own update. If you still have anything or going through any difficulties, leave your comment below and I will do my best to respond back to you. Just be aware that for you to get this done properly, you need at least not very long USB cable. if you are using the longer one, you may get a corrupt file. Please get as short as possible that you can get in the USB-C cable. Make sure that the USB-C cable that you are using before the update is as short as possible as you can get. If it's too long, according to Tascam, it's going to introduce some noise that can corrupt the file. All right, I don't know why that is going on. I'm not sure, but I just want you to be aware of that you cannot use longer cable. Use as short as you can get, and you should be able to get it done. All right, so guys, that's going to be the end of the video for now. And if you are here for the first time, I will ask that you please do subscribe, and let's grow this channel together. So thank you guys once again. Until next time that you're going to be seeing another video from me, stay blessed and remain blessed. Bye bye guys.